Hello everyone, we are here once again with Insania from Team Liquid. So good to see you yet again, Insania.
Good to see you too.
Well, sir, I want to have a pseudo-serious interview with you this time. Okay, we have some jokey ones, but in this one, I'm actually really interested in, how you guys are doing in the competitive season this time. Obviously, things are going. How would you rate it? In your own words, how do you think things are going for Liquid right now?
I think this is the lowest we have felt since Matu and Zai joined the first time. So I would say in terms of our results and how we feel like we're playing, it's probably the worst since 3 years or something, 3 years, something like that. Which is in many ways a result of not being able to figure stuff out. Because I think before, whenever we put an effort, we've managed to get the ship back on track again. But this year we haven't really been able to do it. So I think internally in our team, we're a little bit lost, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot more intense than I thought you would put it, but thank you very much. Very good. From the outside, at least, when I see your team, nothing but smiles and positivity. You guys seem like you're still having a really good time and still enjoying each other's company and still grinding from the outside perspective. So what is that like? Because, results could obviously be a little bit better. I'm not going to put it as darkly as you put it, but you guys still enjoying being together and having that process and getting back there?
I mean, there are enjoyable parts. I think anyone that is a player that's watching this interview knows what it's like. When, things aren't going well, I think trying to keep a positive attitude is the hardest and probably the most important. Because when you're winning and things are going well, you kind of it's easier to be critical of each other when it's you're winning and then you look at something and be like, yeah, this was not good. We should have done that better. It's a lot easier to take that when you're losing and you're being very critical of each other. It becomes very quickly, it adds up, stacks up, and you it's hard to stay positive in that environment, but you also need it the most when you are doing the worst. Yeah. So I think we try to balance out the negative with being happy, I guess, to the best of our ability.
So how's everybody else on the team doing? How's any new things going on in Team Liquid here?
So we're actually going to have Nisha draft for this event. Yeah, it's going to be first time ever. Mick is taking a little bit of a break.
Okay.
And Nisha and Jobs are going to do it, which is, I guess, the biggest new thing for this one. And in scrims, it's been quite interesting. Nisha has a very different approach. And I think he's a lot more... He has some ideas of what he wants to do, and he cares a little bit less what everybody else thinks. And he said something very funny, I think, which was I'm just going to pick the best shit, and you guys need to know how to play it. And I thought that was very inspiring, because I feel sometimes we have a tendency to pick heroes that maybe aren't the best in the meta. So this felt you know what, we're going to actually try to pick the heroes we do believe are the strongest and make them work.
With the big patch coming out and a lot of new stuff, what's your favorite thing about it? What do you think's good? What do you think's bad?
My favorite thing is probably how fast you are on the rivers. Just in general, moving fast, I realize is the most fun thing ever. Being able to just run through the rivers really, really quickly, especially if somebody's trying to chase you down and they can't really hit you because you're so fast. I found that part very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. I feel it hasn't been abused yet, but I'm still waiting for someone to let's say you're tied on 3rd and you're gonna ravage 5 people, but they're in the speed river, and they're just running away faster than the ravage pops out. I feel that's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna be really exciting. The Tormentor thing is at 15 minutes now instead of 20. So you have to, the game forces you to compete a bit earlier in the game.
Super early.
Which, when you're playing, it feels the game starts and then you have to go Tormentor.
Yeah, I feel I'm still laning. Why is that popping up?
Yeah,
exactly.
Not good. Exactly. For me, I think it's a little bit too early. It's the game is forcing you to play according to certain timings a bit too fast. So probably I would say that is my only main negative for now.
Okay. All right, well, Insania, as always, thank you so much for the huge insight in your team into the game meta in general, and always just a pleasure. So thank you so much for your time. We'll see a lot more from Insania and from Team Liquid here at PGL Wallachia.